Okay, so good morning, and I hope you are doing well. As you know, we are in the last few chapters that we are in this winter course. Uh, Today's chapter is about replacement and rotation decisions. What that means. After when we have decided, sometimes when we have options, more than one option, so we have to make our decision to pick up one of them and say this is a best one. And we know that we have a lot of different methods for that, and we studied that. We studied how to use those alternatives, the decision making, and based on the maybe future worth, maybe present worth, maybe interest rate, maybe benefit best cost ratio, and so on. Now, what today is, now we have in the middle way, when you have when you started a project, starting the project have been started. So we agree on this one. We have we started with the project, and the t is equal to 0. So after what we had in the before, for example, many alternatives, so we pick one of them and we started with that one. Now, in the middle way, for example, maybe this time at time equal to 0, maybe in year 1, year 2, year 3, uh, okay, for example, and until the project will be ended, for example, ended, for example, if t was 10. So we decided to pick up the best one among those available ones. So we picked them and we started with this alternative A. So the procedure is we started with this one. Now, in the middle way of this alternative, maybe something will be changed. Maybe there will be for example, the technology will growing up very fast, and maybe after 3 days the technology that have been used in the past 3 years will be good for for the rest of the years. Or maybe we can change this one, maybe we can adapt another technology, for example, and made a change in this path. So we may have another one, we can follow that new one and get better results in this trend. Now, the idea beyond the replacement is this: is that whether you have, for example, in the middle way, not in the middle, in the after a few maybe a period of times in the starting, there will be a change, and this change will need you to make a replacement, or you can go with the retention. It means stay on the same path. So maybe we face that, okay, let's go with this direction or with this direction. In this case, economically, you have to decide which one is the best. Sorry. So the replacement and retention then is a very important subject in the economy, because it will help you to not go, or let me say, there is no a concrete stiffness orders or stay concrete decisions on in having an alternative. Maybe we will have something important and something will be happening. Now, okay, based on that, I can summarize uh, my project as in the following. We have a project. We will start with time equal to 0. There will be a time equal to, let me say, n. So for n periods, 0, 1, 2, 3, till the end. Then there will be a very course. Maybe there will be a f, I don't know, somewhere. So we have here in the middle there will be for example, is in a specific period there will be a new, or let me say, a checkpoint. This checkpoint will help you. Do you want to continue in the previous manner, or you we have a new manner? So new manner or the previous manner. So you have to make a decision. Now, retention alternative, we can say this is we can name it as an alternative. So retention alternative, it means that you have to follow the previous or the original one. Challenging is the one that we are going to say that this is a new one. Now, how to do that or how to find that? Basically, where we have this one, for the previous alternative or for the original one, there is something called ASL, Economic Service Life. So life, what is that means? Maybe in the one that we have it, uh, uh, there is in a certain point. Okay, um, look at look at this FF. We say this is a market value, right? This market value will be changed based on what? Based on on the use of the machine, or based on the of the time that have been used, or based on of the time that you are in the project. So sooner ending, or if the project ended soon, so it means that already the market value for your equipment, for the goods, will be higher value with respect to if there is a longer surface life. So there is in a certain point, there is a point that's called economic surface life. Economic surface life, if it is, for example, this is called economic surface life. It means that what? It means that after that point, there will be, the project will be, it's better to give up for having the previous manner and adapting a new technology. Why? Because maybe you have losing money in this, in the time after the economic surface life. Now, to make that more clear, I will go to show you this curve. Yeah. So basically, the idea for the replacement is to adapt another in the surface life, or in the middle way, or in during the project's running, a new order, or stay on the same one. Here's the study period is to decide whether in place asset, it means the original will be replaced or retained. Replace, it means changed. And why we are going to replace, why we are going, as I told you, this is in the middle, or maybe in the due to the technology, will be one of the one of the one of the important things that we face. For example, if you have you are installed, or you owned, you are owning a factory. In this factory, nowadays technology for having a factory is more updated than the one that is 10 years ago. So it means that having new technology will help you to produce more than the one that we have it in the previous years. Deteriorations, it means that maybe a part, or a high portion of this asset, or in this project, will go and will be deteriorate. That means that we have to change this one and change the equipment, change the spare parts, maybe are going to, maybe sometimes we have underperformance. And by underperformance, we will have to change something. Changing equipment is the poor reliability. Sometimes maybe nowadays, for example, Nokia's phone was in the beginning was the first generated cell phones, but nowadays are nobody will are it's going to use that type of font because of the technology. So it means that now it's not reliable for using, so in poor reliability. And sometimes the manager are asking you to change all that old-fashioned procedures. So for that reason, we have, or we will make the letters that will represent the replacement or challenge. So if you wanna stay on the same manner that you want, or let me say, retained, so you will go and you will say you will name that as a defender. So defender is the one that you wanna stay on it, or the previous method, or previous cash flow diagram, or previous economic way. So D is the defender. You wanna stay on the same old style, but we have a new one, which is the chain challenger. The challenger is, for example, is the one that you are going to change it with. So it is the new or available one that will come into the project. So that will be the replacement. So this is what we are going to make it available instead of the previous one. So challenging, it means the challenger is the available, is the new one, will be the new one. The defender is the oldest one, or is the old one decision. Now, we have to, for for making a decision based on what we need, what we want to do, what we want to replace, or what we want to retain on, we have to follow a procedure. This procedure is to be the annual worth analysis. So the annual worth analysis is the one that we took it in the previous one, in previous chapters, is the most, or let me say, the commonly used method uh, for for this decision making. Uh, I told you that we have economic surface life, and to show that you. So here's the evaluation period. Sometimes why we are going to change. This is due to the end, due to the present cost, and so on. We say that the economic surface life is the life, or is the point that above that, or after that, you will face, or there will be losing of the money. It means that the benefit will be less than the cost, or otherwise the costs are higher than the benefits, means that you are losing money. So what should we do if we have see that the economics, for example, if I have a project, this project should be started from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7 for 7 years. Now, if I found that the economic surface life of this project was 5 years, it means that here's the point 5. So means what? Means you can decide to go to challenger, or change this method. So, or stop, it means that this will not make will not make any sense after that point, because you are going to lose money, or there will be a change in the direction. So the main point, the main definition of ESL is it is the number of the years alternative life at which the lowest annual worth cost occurs. So it means that there is a lowest cost. Annual worth will be minimum. So annual worth between minimum, it means that before and after that there will be annual worth, but that annual worth will come grower. So if I want to make it in a mathematical way, if the annual worth of the project with the time was having this curve type. So I can say this is the minimum point. This is will be the minimum annual worth. So that minimum annual worth, if I projected it to what will be occur in a time, this time is called economic surface life. It means that in that time, you will have a minimum cost. It means that you can start the project and you can go forward until that point. But after that, there will be an issue. There will be a problem for you. That problem is we will have more costs. There will be something wrong. There will be more costs, and that way we have to change mind, and we have to think about the uh, to have an alternative thing, or to stay on the same manner, which make you losing money. So here's the idea. The idea is economic surface life is the number of the years that will give you a minimum annual worth. Is that clear to you?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, how to find this economic surface life? So basically, we should find a curve. This curve is a curve between all the annual surface life and the time. And by the way, I'm usually bringing one of the final question on this economic surface life. So be aware. Now, so what I'm going to do is to minimize the overall equivalent causes, and identify the smallest total. And this means you have to find the annual worth and the same cost, previous costs are relative to the replacement study. Now, here's the total annual worth. Now, yeah, usually the capital recovery within the time, we say that the annual worth is equal to capital recovery plus A. And this capital recovery is the minus P and plus F. Change the P from uh, P to A and change the F from A. So the capital recovery, just to remind you, or to that we have a P, we have a F. So removing, recovering, or let me say converting the P and F to an annual distribution, A, it means that you are going to just find the capital recovery. This is as in the previous. And when I want to add A to that one, it will get you an annual. The idea is, say, that within the time, this annual worth of the you have an A. This A, it means the annual operation cost. Usually within the time that you need more operation costs. That's because the project is, or let me say, there will be more maintenance. This is due to the time. The project will become old, and but you will recover. You will recover your spent money. Because there will be a benefit from this. Now, for this is the curve of the annual, this is the curve of the capital. If I add them together, I will get this one. And this is the minimum, or let me say, this is the economic surface life. Now, yeah, okay. I want to just to show you. So, for example, if I want to take this example into consideration, I will show you how to find this one. Sorry. I have a problem with my mouse. Okay. Um, Let me say that if we have here, okay, okay, this is example one. For example, if you have a device, for example, if it was a car, new you buy the new car, and this new car was for example, its first cost, it was at time equal to zero, it was for $40,000. So what I did, I buy this is was my so I buy it for this for $40,000, an equipment, let me say it's a car, anything. Now, after 1 year, this is at time zero, there will need, with a constant annual operation cost of 50,000. Now, due to the time, usually we need a maintenance for this one within the time. So every year, it needs that five and so on. Every year, you need to pay, for example, $15,000 as a what per year as an annual operation cost. You may need to make this performances better, or at least a maximum service period of 6 years. So this machine will be used for 6 years, or this car will be used for 6 years. What should I do? Uh, yeah, there is a 6 years period. Now, five. This is six. Look at the 6 years, and there is an interest rate which is equal to 20%, right? I use the decreasing future market value. So in each year, in year one, in year two, in year three, in year four, in year five, in year six, you have all, was the path you are started, you want to finish within 6 years. But every year, in year one, you paid 40,000. You went and you paid 15,000 extra for having the machine, or you are in the way to finish this one. But there will be an option for you. There will be an option for you. The market value will give you will give you a price if you want to leave. If you want to leave, and if you want to stop with the project, you can get in after 1 year 32,000. Look at this one. This is 10,000, so 32,000. So let's rearrange the question. You buy for 40,000 at time equal to zero. After 1 year, you have to pay 15,000. Means that you till now you are spending $55,000, but there will be 32,000 future worth if you want to leave. If not, you can start doing your business with this one, but in the year two, there will not be 32,000 for you. There will be 30,000. Why this will be happen for you? Why they will not give you 32,000? They will give you 30,000. They will be decreasing.
Because you have used it for one more year, one extra year.
You for 1 year, very good. That's good, Jay. Now, after 3 years, so there was more using for this machine. So the market value will not give you more. They will give you less, and 24,000, and so on. Now, in the end of the 6 year, there will be zero. You will not get back anything. Now, I want to think. I want to decide. Uh, Based on the availability of the market value, and based on what I'm going to spend every year another 15, another 15, and so on. But maybe there will be, I want to think in a period, and in one of the years, there will be a minimum cost. There will be a minimum cost, and this is what we say the economic. I want to find the economic service life for this project. Now, I told you that we have to find the economic service life will be based on a curve. This will be based on the annual worth via T. And the T is for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, and then 6 years. So these are, I want to see at time equal to 1 year. So what will be the project, or let me say, how it will be the project. The project will be look like this. If the time will be for 1 year, the time is 1 year, so our time equal to 0. This will be the for 1 years. I paid 40,000, and I also paid the 50,000. This is for the operation cost, and the market will give me how much? Will give you 32,000. This is the cash flow, and I is equal 20%. This is the cash flow diagram in the first, if I am in my way in the first year. Okay. Do you have any problem with this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. At time equal to 2 years, what will be the situation? The situation will be look like this. Again, you spent 40,000 on the year 10 and year 1. This is year 2. Okay. So in year 2, you also spent 50,000 first year, spent 50,000, another spent. So we spent 50,000 every dollars per year for the both. So this means A. But the market value is stay here. How much?
30,000.
Yeah, very good. $30,000. Okay. Now at time equal to 3 years, there will be another thing. There will be look like this. There will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there will be again 40,000. There will be another 15,000 for the 3 years. And there will be another market, but in this time, there will be only $24,000. Now, until the 5 years and so on, what I will do, what I shall do, I have to find the for the every years I should find its. So I should find the annual worth at time equal to 1. And this one, it will be how much? We have 40,000. This is P in negative, should be converted to
A over P.
Yeah, very good. A over P, but for n equal to 1 and
1.
I equal to 10 to 20. This is regarding the 40. There is an A. And by the way, you don't need, in year 1, there is a net, there will be 32,000 payment receiving and 15. So a net is how much? 32, you'll receive 32 and you have to pay 15. So there will be 70,000, right?
Yes.
So $70,000, this is a net at year 1. And this will be F, and wanna convert it to A for n equal to 1 and I equal to 20 again. Okay, we'll come back with this data. Let me say should become factorized. And please, Akram. Hello, Akram.
Yes, sir. Karam, sir.
Please,
Yes.
Karam, sorry. Please do it look like what I'm doing now. Okay. You know what are you doing? You are just writing I is equal to, I don't know, P minus F divided by time, which is not right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, let me find find the factors that we have. Note this one. I think we are here. Yeah. The problem is that the mark is not the yeah. Yeah. Just excuse me, please, but. Hello. I'm very sorry, very sorry about that. What was urgent?
No, sir, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, so back to what we have it here. We say that we have yeah. So, but what we can have it here, I want to just maybe in the beginning to find. Yeah, look at this one. So this is the table of 20. And the 40,000 times A over P, this is the A over P 1.2. And this is the A over F, this is the A over F1. So as a result, I can say I will have how much? 40,000 times time 1 over 2. 40,000.
60. No, wait, sorry.
Yeah, it's 40,000 times 1.2, which is equal to minus 31,000, right?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, this is mine, $31,000 per year. This is the annual worth in the first year. Now, what about the second one? The second one is, I will go with the second one. Here's the second one. The second one is we have 40,000 and we paid 50,000 for the first 2 years and we will receive 30,000. So I will say annual worth for the time equal to T is equal to minus 40,000. Again, this is what, this is P. I want to find it. It's A for N equal to 2 years and I equal 20, right? Now we have, again, we have 30,000, so plus 30,000. This 30,000 is what? Is, this is called F, and I want to make it as an A. I want to make it as an A. For N equal to 2, I equal to 20. So what is, what's left again? So the P, I made it, and the F is, I made it. So what's left for you? Hello?
15,000.
15,000?
15,000. So minus
50,000.
This is will be alone without any factor. Now,
Yeah.
back to this one, minus 40,000. This is the A over P. And the plus 30,000. Why it's not 32 to 30? Because we say that in year 2, there will be the market value will be for your, this is will be, this would look at 30,000 in year 2. So
Sir,
could
I
be,
have one question.
yeah.
For n equals 0, we didn't have any 15,000s, but for n equal to 1, we did have 15,000, right?
Yeah, this is the basics of or the maintenance and operation. You will spend money after doing work for 1 year.
So for
So
the first,
at time equal to 0, it means that the machine is new, right? Yeah, it's called the book value. So the machine is a new. It's not needing any maintenance. So the maintenance will start with the first year.
Okay, but for AW, when n is equal to 1, right, we should have minus 15,000 in the end.
Yeah,
But
there is.
but we didn't write it. Did we
Yeah,
write it?
no, we wrote it.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the 50,000 and there will be 32,000. So as a net, we have 32,000 positive minus 50,000. It becomes 70,000, right?
Oh, so you're right. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I wrote that. Yeah, this is the 70. This 70 is becomes from what? The 15, the 30,000 minus 50,000. So as a result, there will be 70,000. Now we said for the year 2, there will not be 32, there will be 30. Here's the 30, there will be again 50,000, and there will be, okay. Now, after that, there will be an A over P minus the 15,000. Okay, look at this is A. I didn't change it. We cannot change it. A over P, look at the values from the table. Here's the A over P when n equal to 2. This is n equal to 2. Again, A over P, here's the A over P, 0.6545, 0.6545. And this is will equal to A over F. Here's the A over F. It's 40.4545.
Sir, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, my last question. I just don't get why in the first one we wrote 17,000 times A over F, but in the second one we didn't write 15,000 times A over F. Shouldn't we write 15,000 for the second one as well? 15?
As you can see in the first one, in year 1, at the one, usually you can see, let's check the cash flow diagram. You mean this one?
No, not the diagrams, just the AWs. The
Yeah.
annual worth.
Yeah, this is the annual. So annual worth means what? Means converting all the P and F, P to A, F to A, and add any A is there, right?
Yes.
So we did for this, but when I am finding the net between 15 and 32,000, there will be only one single value, which is 17. Now it will be look like this, 17 and 40, right? And the time is 1 year. Now we don't have any A here anymore. We just found its net. Or you can do it in this way. You can do it in this way. You can say I have minus 40,000. Okay, I will multiply it by factor of P over A plus 32,000. I will multiply it by A over F, and I will say minus 50,000. It will be the same, but I did the A over A here is 1 when equal 1, so A over this is will be, look at this one. So what I did this one for this. For n equal to 1 years, you have to find the net of this these two payments, and then you say this is F. I want to convert it to F.
Okay, so I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what I did for the second one, here's the second one. So what will be?
Sir, the answer will be 27,545.5.
Very good. Minus 27, I think.
Yes, sir, minus 27,545.5.
Dollar
Yes.
0.5. Yeah, remember that we have to write dollars per year. And I want you to write this because I will, will be, there will be mark on this unit. So dollars per year, it will be the 27,000 and so on. So I have annual worth 3, annual worth 4, and so on. So let's check this one. So this is for the first year. This is the second. Look at this one. This is the same that I did. The second year, the 26, that's for K, it means the time. K here, I means the time. And there will be look like this. So here's the annual worth. So, and this is annual worth at time equal to 1. This annual time equal to 2. Annual worth at time equal to 3. And the annuals of time equal to 4. Until the end. Now look at the numbers. The numbers are, it start with 31,000, but it will be decreasing, right? It becomes the annual worth become less, and it will become again less here, and it will become again less here, right? But there will be a jump. There will be an increasing in the cost in year 4 to 5, right? So 26,000 and 26,800, which one is made less? This is, so it means this is will be the optimum. The optimum, it means the least. The least annual worth here is the least. So this means that the annual worth will be minimum at year time equal to 4, right? So this 4 years, it means that the economic surface life, it will be 4 years. So you can change your mind, you can give up after year 4, and you can sell your car or your machine for the price which is located in your in the table. And here's the table for 20,000. So it will be economic for you to take $20,000 and leave the car, because now after that there will be most load, or let me say the market price will be less. Okay.
Okay.
And here's the curve. By the way, this is not very good curve, but it will indicate how to find the one. So economic surface life will give you the will be 4 years, and so on. So the idea is to find this curve, and this curve is between the annual worth and the time, and the annual worth should be separately. You have to find 4 to 5 times A, and there will be an economic surface life for this one. Now, I just want to remind you that we have 2 times of placement study. Means what? For the previous example, we didn't mention. We mentioned, we mentioned that through this 6 years, you have to check economic surface life. So there is no study period previously. There is nothing. So what we have to do, we have to, for example, here's was the what we did is we found the annual worth for the 6 years every years, and we found that the economic surface life of this project was 4 years. Now, what I should do after 4 years, if there was an alternative in front of me, so I will change mine and I will go with the other one. That means that there is no period specified. But if there was another way, for example, if there is another alternative, for example, here's the starting point and here's the starting point, you can do that one. After year 4, there is another way to find, for example, there is another alternative. So what I should do, I should find the present worth or the annual worth or the future worth for the defender or the challenger, and make the comparison between the previous one, whether I want to stay on the previous manner or I want to change my mind. Now, I will give you this example. Look at this example. This example just look like what we took. You have a machine and you brought for $50,000. Okay, this is the challenger. The challenger, it means that this is the available one. The available option in front of you. You can buy a machine for 50,000. And you have to spend, will be the market values. Or you can have your own previous project, which is you bought it for 50,000, but the problem is that the market value is not less than. Assume that this is a new car, you want to buy it, and this is your old car. Okay. So in the new car, you can buy for 50,000, but for your car that you bought for 50,000. Okay. And you bought, there will be a less market value after 1 year for you, and there will be a high value of maintenance. So that make you the annual worth at t equal to 1 for the Defender, which is yours, is 24,000. But after 1 year, you have this a new machine and you need less value, there will be a $20,000. So this will be annual worth at t equal to 1. So if I told you that based on this time only for 1 year, so which one will be benefit for you? The annual worth of the Defender is equal to 24,000. You should put out the $1,000, $24,500 per year, right? This is for the old one. After 1 year, there will be an annual worth for the Challenger or the new option that we have. You need only 20,000, right? So which one you will pick based on the previous annual worth analysis we have it in the before? You will pick the new one, right? Why I will pick the new one? Why I will select the new one? Because it will give you less cost. This will be less than this one. This is in terms of year 1. In year 2, also you found the annual worth, which is, by the way, this is, you have to find it by your cash flow diagram and the factorizing. You found that in year 2, you have also an annual worth for the Challenger is 19,000, but yours is 18. Now, also if the machine was to be used for 2 years, now it's best for you to use your old one, not to go and buy another one. So this is what we call this. If the time study, if the T, you want to make a decision over a certain specific period, which is 2 years. So you have to find the annual worth analysis for both of them. That's why I told you, if for a specific period for time equal to 2 years, so we did annual worth analysis between the Defender and the Challenger, and we will pick the one that's less, okay? But if this was based on the time period that we have. Now, if the question was not look like that, it will tell you it was requested from you to find which one is best regardless the time. So regardless of the time, you have to find the economic surface life for your own old project, which is 3 years. So after 3 years, you have to change your mind. You have to go to another one. With another one, you can see you have the Challenger. The Challenger is for year 4. There will be a less cost. So yeah, economic surface life for this project. This project will be best for you for till 4 years, and this will be best for you for 3 years. So, but yeah, look at this one. So it means that yeah, if I wanted to change my mind, I will just go with the Defender. I don't want to. I want the annual worth here is at the Challenger is. And the Defender, there will be, look at this one, the 70,000 is less than the 19. It means you have to pay less. That means that you will pick the Defender must be selected. So I will select this one. If there was no any pickup, you have 2 options, either to go with this new one or to let me say, if you want to have a new car, you have an old version. So this old one will be available for you for 3 years, but it will cost you 70,000 in the end. And the economic surface life for this project is 3. And by the way, to look at the curve, there's 24,000, 18,000, 17. So there, the minimum one is the 13th. So that's why we are selecting ESL. And this one, no, there will be 1.23, 1.26. So this is the one that we are seeing. Now, it means what? It means that, yes, we have to go with the defender, and with the defender is best for me against the challenger. This is, we don't have any time selected restrictions, but if the question asking you over 2 years, over 3 years, which one will be selected, that means at that time you have to pick for the 3 years annual worth. It looks like a different two alternatives what we have in the before. We have to compare between them and we have to pick the best one.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Why didn't we compare the same year, like 3 in challenger and defender? Why it's 4 for the challenger and 3 for the defender?
What we did here, we found that, so the question, an economic service life analysis is performed. Now look at that. This is the total annual worth mapping. Now, which one it will, the question is, which one will be selected without telling you that I want to make a comparison over a certain period of time. So in this time, you don't know, or you have to find for each of them its own economic service life. On economic service life for this this one is 4 years, but it will cost 90,000. Economic service life for this one is 70,000. So basically, I will go with the minimum cost, right? So I will say, this is the minimum, this is less than this. So that's why I selected the defender. I want to stay with the defender. But the next question is ask you to tell me, over 1 year, which one will be selected. So over 1 year, it means that I'm talking about the at n equal this point and this point. Sorry. Over 1 year, I'm talking about this annual worth and this one. So I restricted a time for you for 20 or 24. So in that time, it means that you have only 1 year to use either the challenger or the defender. So which one you will pick? You will pick the minimum cost. What will be the minimum cost? There will be the challenger in the first year. And what will be for the third year? The third year, here's the third year. In the third year is the third year. How much is the cost? Is 90,000. How much is the cost here? Is 70,000. So over 3 years, we have to select the defender. And if I didn't mention to you any time over time to you, so you have to go with the economic service life for each of them and compare between the costs that will be there with the economic service life and tell me which one you should make a decision to find. I think it is clear, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for you too. Yeah, this is what for, and this is the, again, if you want to use Excel sheet, here's the Excel sheet, you can use it. If you have to, only thing that you want is to find the annual worth, and the annual worth will be empty. And here's the how to find this one. And I want you just to do this one as a homework, another homework, to just solve this one using the Excel sheet, okay? And send me back the Excel sheet, okay? So what I want you to solve the example 3, and yeah, example 3 with the requirements A and B. Yeah, this example, I want you to solve the example 3, which is obviously the first one. This example 2 within Excel sheet, and send me back this one.
Okay, sir.
Okay, have a nice day. We have done with this chapter again, and we will